Welcome to BlkBld Live Season 2. So I just am so excited to relaunch BlkBld Live, a space for entrepreneurs to talk about their journey to business, the good, the bad, the ugly, the challenges, and the successes so that we can lift as we climb. One of the things that I noticed is that, a lot of times on socials, we talk about the highlight reels, like once someone has made it, but no one talks about what's happening in between from beginning to the success, right? The full journey is not necessarily discussed. And I think it's really important to talk through the journey because there's so many things that we can learn from other people doing, whether it's similar industries, similar career path as you, similar business idea as you, learn what some missteps were so you can avoid those, or listening to other business owners who may not be in the same industry as you. There's so much to still learn from them as well, and you can connect some dots. So the goal really is to lift as we climb. I had the absolute amazing opportunity for this season to talk to phenomenal entrepreneurs in various industries, from recently starting to recently exiting to the messy middle. So much is going to be discussed this season and nothing is left at the table. BlkBld, I started in 2018, and my goal has been to help Black entrepreneurs build, grow, and scale using marketing business strategies. So I get the opportunity to work with the founders and walk them through various frameworks I learned from my MBA, from my time in corporate America in various industries like consumer packaged good industry and tech, as well as higher education, other startups. And I take all of those learnings and I pour it into my community to help them build, grow, and scale. I fully believe that having a strong brand strategy, which includes your mission, your vision, who you're targeting, what their problem is, and how you are going to uniquely solve it versus others in the market, is really, really important. And it's something that some business owners don't take time to do because they're quickly running and building. But that foundational work is really important because that's your North Star. Once you understand your North Star, everything else builds from it. Then you can talk about your marketing strategy. Is it going to be social media? If it's social media, is it Instagram? Is it LinkedIn? Is it TikTok? All dependent on what your brand strategy is, who your ideal client is, the problem you're solving, right? Because once you understand who it is that you're serving, then you can understand where they are on socials and focus there versus throwing a whole bunch of spaghetti and hoping something sticks. But marketing doesn't just include social, right? It also includes things like this, podcasts and webinars and events, different ways to get your brand out there. So I'm really excited to be able to provide this space, not only for us to learn, but also for entrepreneurs to create a platform for them to market themselves and tell their story. Okay, so let's go back to season 1 and what we discussed there. This is what happened in season 1. Terrence, pre-med to filmmaker, building creative life as a husband and father. Sasha, turning huge dreams into a successful speaking business. Suma, a licensed social worker, built her team and found financial freedom. Jerry, what every founder needs in a CPA. Our other friend Jerry, reclaiming Black history while building an art business. Yanna, PR versus advertisement, what people actually get wrong and what they need. Yanna, personal fitness to fitness coach because somebody believed in her and pushed her to start was already in her heart. And Christian, the music studio pivot, recalibrating after COVID. Season 1 was a beautiful foundation to talking to various entrepreneurs. In season 2, we're going even further. Culture as commerce, building real community, the exit and the legacy, venture capital explained, and building in real time. Every conversation was so powerful, so vulnerable, and really motivating. Like, I hope you take a gem from each. I know you'll take more than a gem, but take at least one thing and implement it into your own life, into your business, into your brand, because honey. So lastly, around Valentine's Day, we'll be dropping the heart of it all. I got to collaborate with Black businesses, and I want to talk about the ecosystem building so that we can lift as it climb, not only telling stories about how we got to business, but also highlighting business owners so we can pour into our communities and truly grow as we're all growing as well. So then you may be wondering, why did I even build BlkBld Live? My hope for BlkBld Live is to lift as we climb, of course, right? And do it quote unquote live, right? First season was truly live, but this is still, our conversations were live. I'm trying not to cut too much of our conversation to have that live conversation feel as if you're joining us on the couch for some girlfriends or friends sitting down to have a cup of coffee or some lemonade, some water, to just chit chat, right? So that's the goal. But why though? Why did I start this? What's my true purpose here? So my first venture, I lost, and every time I say the story, and I've been saying it more often now because that's my origin story. That's how I got to be where I am today. But I lost almost $100,000 when I built my first business. I was really excited about jumping into entrepreneurship. I had just left corporate America. I thought I had all the tools and resources to co-found this business and ensure that it thrived. It was such a great idea, y'all. It was so good. But we skipped a lot of the foundation pieces, right? Like we had this great idea, but we didn't validate it. We didn't test it. And by the time that we wanted to and reached out to SCORE mentors, which is something we talk about in one of the episodes, it was almost too late. Like I had already poured so much money into the business. We weren't seeing much traction at all, really, because we didn't have a true North Star like I talked about earlier. We're chasing a whole bunch of rabbits and we ended up with none. So I found myself leaving Arizona and going back to my parents' house at 28. And I was crying. I was crying almost daily and wondering, like, how did I get here? I went and got the education. I went to a top university in my field. I worked for corporate America for a Fortune 500 company, Mondelez, like made Oreos, Chips Ahoy Ritz, like the consumer product brand that you could want to work at. I was like, what happened? How did I get here? Ooh, I'm getting emotional already. And I eventually got tired. I got tired of crying. And I'm like, what am I going to do about this? I had bought BlkBld Co domain in like 2016. And I'm like, I should really do something with this. Originally, I was just showing like black things like that we don't see often. Black love, black travel, black business ownership. And the black business ownership was one that just really came to my heart. And I'm like, if I knew what I knew before, I would have done things differently. So that's how I built BlkBld. I wanted to teach entrepreneurs how to avoid the missteps I had so they didn't have to do the same missteps. I think it's good to fall down and learn to get back up. That's important. But there's some things that you don't have to go through. So my goal for BlkBld is to do that. And I'm like, why not to talk to other entrepreneurs about their journey so we can continue to learn from each other and build as we climb. And so that's the whole reason I started BlkBld Live. It was resting for 5 years because I was in school, I was starting a new career. So I'm so excited to bring it back to season 2. I'm going to be building season 3. So if you're interested, definitely let me know, DM me, email me, web@BlkBld Co, and we'll include you. If you want to sponsor or you want to be one of the product placements, let me know. I'd love to include you and build this platform so we can grow together. If you're watching this and you're building something or you're thinking of starting, I want to know. You don't have to figure it out alone. Season 1 and 2 showed us whatever we want is possible. And it showed us how. It showed us that there are so many people, so many entrepreneurs doing it, and they're doing the damn thing despite. It gets done. They get it done. Despite the self-sabotage, despite what their community or family or friends may say, despite what society told us we can and cannot do, they get it done. There is a community. It exists. There is a blueprint. They proved that to be so. The pathway is there. Come along for the ride. I can't wait for y'all to see what we have going on and continue to build with you. So yeah, let's build. Let's go. Cheers.